Many thanks for staying tuned. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. We told you before we went on that break that we'll be taking a look at the issues, of course, that caused a little face-off between Dangote and NUPENG. Thankfully, the strike was called off last night because both parties were able to reach an agreement, at least a compromise, and hopefully that agreement will be long-lived, so issues around disputes in the oil sector will not rear its ugly head again. But what are some of the issues that we might need to discuss on the program today? We have our guest already seated, and together we'll be taking a look at some of these issues. Omoba Adeyinka Oyediran is in the studio this morning. He is a social affairs commentator. Thank you, Omoba, for being here on the program this morning.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Right. Of course, by the time we were thinking of this discussion, the strike hadn't been called off yesterday, but thankfully later last night it was called off because some agreements had been reached. Let's start from the agreement, and one of the issues that really caused the dispute was the issue of unionization. Dangote said no to unionism, but NUPENG said no, we have a right to protect the welfare of workers, tanker drivers, and all of that. But yesterday, one of the agreements reached was that okay, you can join unions, but only if you want to. It must not be a compulsion. I know you're an active player when it comes to the industry. In a way and manner here, from your experience as a NATO, right?
Yes.
NATO, right?
Yes.
So take us through this. How does it work really? And we also know that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives a right of association, but I'm not sure that that right is a compulsion. How does this work with unionism when it comes to protection of the welfare of workers, especially in the transportation industry? Is it a compulsion, or is it something that you can be a union member, and if you don't want to, that's fine?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to look at it from an angle that, how did we get here?
Okay.
Because the federal government, or every government, both the state and the federal government, has a big role to play in this, and because they have not played their role in the past, protecting their own citizens. Okay. Protecting right of association. Let me correct myself in this manner. I am talking today as Omoba Adeyinka Oyediran.
Definitely.
Not as the state task force chairman, NATO. I'm a full-fledged member of Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners. And when you say owners, we invested so much in this industry. In other countries, government assists this kind of industry in procuring necessary things like vehicles and, making sure the trailer parks are in order, lay by on the express road, making sure there's good relational between the state and the federal road management agencies. Okay. But a lot of these things were established. The beauty of it was not coming alive. Majority of our, take from Lagos to maybe to Oyo State, how many lay-by do you have now that will have brought about comfort for the transporter? In those days, we used to have Ogumakin as a beautiful lay-by, but looking at the vehicular movement and volume of vehicles that we have now, we ought to have gotten many more. We were happy during Obasanjo regime when they were talking about there's a project, this Babala Kinchuk, that roadside is the drawing was so beautiful. We were so happy. That's all. But up till now, it was just on paper. Dust has come to cover it. So when you are talking about, when I say how did we get here, there is right of association. The association members, they are so numerous and they are interwoven and interrelated in their activities. Look at NATO. Look at Amato. Look at Maun, these marine workers. Okay. They've been working together. There's this kind of synergy. In fact, I can call them a cult. Because whatever look at NUPENG. You are talking. A lot of people don't know that NUPENG is an arm of NATO.
Right.
So most of the time when NATO needs to demand something from the federal government, because we know the nature of their own peculiar activities, you know, their products are very delicate in nature.
Right.
You know, majority of the miscreants that you find holding vehicles on the road, they don't usually hold them down. Because when the havoc happens, it is numerous and it is bogus and it's so destructive. So because of that, I think we have special interest in that. NUPENG, so right. By the time the NUPENG cannot work effectively if Maun is not involved, the marine workers. They are the one that will maintain the loading and whatever. No, now working together with them. If you now say you want to take one arm away or you want to destroy them, it's going to affect others. And they have come a long way. This association that Dangote is trying to bring about is something that we have been expecting. Initially, they denote it as a Dangote Transport Company, then whatever. The same office they were using that time was the same office they want to use as union office now. Majority of these members, drivers, their welfare have been taken care of by NUPENG. So that is why immediately you see NUPENG saying they were going on strike. NATO was on standby, Maun on standby, the labor as a body standby
as well.
The TUC standby, because there has been synergy in the past when government was not providing what was necessary for them. They were the ones that were coming together, assisting themselves.
Okay.
So as much as I agree that there is freedom of association, everybody knows where you belong to, where you can get the best. If anything happens today, who is going to take care of them? Who had been taking care of them in the past?
Okay.
Who had always been providing succor? But somebody who have an accident, if care is not taken, the children becomes orphan.
Right.
The wife becomes a widow. What is the program that has been taken care that have been done in the past that takes care of these people? So it is this association that have been doing that, and a lot. Aside that, one thing that is so important that I don't like in this country is the fact that some international organizations will come and establish here, either from India, from China, and whatever, because they know that there's this vulnerability on the part of the workers here, that the government is not holding those who are supposed to be responsible for their welfare properly. They will establish transport company on their own. They will produce vehicle in their country. They will import it here. They will come and use it here. They even started something some years ago. They will tell their sister company, sister agency, that this product that is coming from this country, it is this organization that belongs to them, a number of them. Where is Nigeria? Where are the Nigerian people? Okay. Where are they going to get their own? Do they want to kill the workers? What about the children?
So, okay, go ahead, Jibola.
This kind of action coming from NUPENG, and of course, since the establishment of this Dangote Refinery, we have seen fights, and some have also tagged it envy on the part of the investor. Don't you think it's going to discourage other investors who might want to come into the petroleum industry to take their money away elsewhere?
Yoruba says, let everybody belongs to where you can't take it all. You can't take. You want to produce the product right here in Lagos. You want to be in charge of the transport.
Take it directly to the marketers.
To take it to the marketers. Before now, the marketers have been existing. Some people have been with them when they didn't have vehicle, when there was no means. If there is going to be something of that nature, there could be an amelioration. You can buy this vehicle. If the federal government is not doing what it's supposed to do, you can sit down with those people that are in transport business. I want to buy this vehicle. I want you to come and work together. Let us have synergy. This is my idea. How do we run it so that the product will be delivered appropriately in a minimized whatever? Okay, I'm giving you a vehicle. I'm going to train. We have training institute in Lagos here. Lagos State Driving Institute. Yeah. Let us have a synergy where your drivers are not driving well. let's bring Lagos State Driving Institute into this. We have done it in the past. We are going to fund it. We are going to raise the standard so that they will be to this level to minimize the accident and to use the vehicle very well. We are going to put it under your care. Okay, over a period of time, if you are able to return my money on this investment and do this business in this way, making sure that priority is given because I invested in that, you will recover his money back. The program will be run effectively. The masses will be at peace. The workers will enjoy. But it's like monopoly. Okay, how many what do you call it? How many refineries do we have in Lagos here? This one. If anybody is coming in and is able to do what I'm talking about, there won't be noise. Let there be synergy. Come, let the word of God say, come, let us listen together. Are you saying that the right of decision should not be protected? That is the field that they found themselves, they are working. You want to turn them into the labor market? Armed robbers will be many on the road.
Omoba, let's also backtrack a bit, because again, one of the issues that really brought up this was that Dangote had said, they were going to, import 4,000 CNG trucks for direct fuel distribution, like Ajibola mentioned, to retailers. And the NUPENG said, no, you cannot do that because, again, you'll be exploiting some of our workers or some of your own workers who are not members of NUPENG because you have not allowed them to be members of NUPENG. But when we look at this on a larger scale as to the good that Dangote might also have in mind for the country, should we then say that NUPENG was also not being fair in that regard, or do you have a contrary opinion to what might have happened?
Dangote, as a business person, I give him kudos. Investing here is far better than those Nigerians that will steal Nigerian money
and take it away.
You understand me? So upon that, I give him kudos. Investing here, yes, fantastic. Especially to me, I think it should be a sort of shame, a little bit, with all humility, to the people in the government. Why is that? Our own refinery is not working.
Well, we have 2 refineries that are working at the
moment.
How
many of them?
2.
2. To what capacity? It is, you see,
less than 2,000 barrels per day.
I am not a petroleum engineer. It is when I see the product on the road. It is when I hear that they are working in the right capacity. You understand me?
That you believe they are working.
That I will believe.
Okay.
I want to see is believing. Because I know the numbers of time they have set out a date that our refinery will be working, and expected time of volume of product on the street will be there, and I've not seen. So when I see it actually working, not paperwork, not what do you call it, Eshinuwe, the horse that is described or drawn on the page of paper. It cannot work, cannot fly. It is when it starts working that I will believe that. I wish Nigeria well, because by over a period of time, the delay had caused my inability to believe that. So with that, I would say that had it been our government, I'm not talking about the present government alone.
Right.
Government is continuous.
True.
For so many years, the industry has been in comatose. And something funny to me, every year there is budget. Every month, staffs are collecting salary. And staff don't collect salary alone. Emolument and allowances are there. Running costs are there. They do publication, advertisement on your television. Upon what? Upon which product? Now with this, I was saying that if the government had done what they're supposed to do, we are not supposed to be celebrating Dangote alone.
Right.
If licenses had been issued to those who can... Look, one time here in this studio, we spoke about those that are producing, those the local people that what do you call these people from the south region, that are taking crude oil and they are producing it at their own local level, and you tag it with a name that the production of oil is not standard. I said, no, you are not supposed to kill them. You are not supposed to arrest them. Bring them together, teach them, bring experts, to refine it, to a standard. If they are refining and people are not buying and people are not using, they won't keep on refining. It means that thing is useful to some people. So the only thing you can say, let us take it from that level, crude level, to a refined level. So I would say that if licenses have been given to so many people to do this industry, and you have so many products, by now the noise there will have been competition. It will have become competitive. But for Dangote to monopolize everything, look at what is happening in the cement industry. So many companies want to come alive, one policy or the other. I think government should come down to the masses' interest by not saying that only Dangote or only one industry should monopolize everything. If you allow Dangote to take charge of this vehicle and those staffs, since it is not their own association, it's not a registered association in Nigeria, all the ethics, all the condition, the how do you call it, the welfare condition and packages that they are supposed to have or they have been enjoying. Go and see the headquarters of NUPENG in Yaba. If they are not enjoying it, they will have complaints since all these days. If people are enjoying something, want to give them alternative, let us run it in pilot system over a period of time. Then they will now say, okay, this one is better. But you cannot just come and kill. Doing that is like killing all those associations and those related associations. And that is the more reason why you see people revolting.
Okay, but as an investor, as a businessman, Dangote will not view your opinion this way, because at the time when the industry was quite risky, he took the risk and invested a huge sum of money by taking loans. And then Nigerians are beginning to see that the market is open, it's competitive. Of course, it brought down the price of PMS and a host of other things. So NUPENG now acting this way, is it in the interest of the country or is detrimental to the growth of this industry?
So a businessman will say it is detrimental. But when you look at the multiplier effects in terms of the members that and those people that have invested in the transport business, we are investors in the business. Government has not given us the kind of support that was necessary. The policy that government is running that gives leverage, so much opportunity to Dangote, has not been given to others.
He has the money.
If he has the money, well,
he took some
Nigerian
loans.
money is not our money.
It took
But
loans.
is Nigerian money Dangote's money?
No, Nigerian money.
Okay.
Let government use Nigerian money
to invest in Nigeria,
to invest in
the country.
Okay. In that industry.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is when the government fails in their own what do you call it?
Responsibility.
Responsibility, especially in this area of petroleum arena. That is why we are celebrating Dangote. I'm saying that if government has done its own part,
right,
even we are going to celebrate,
it will be minimal.
It will be minimal.
Right.
If there is going to be issue, we will now have alternatives. If I don't have this, I can go this way, I can go this way. But for this one to come alive, it is because government supports Dangote to bring those CNG vehicles
trucks to
the country within a short period of time. Maybe probably he has a waiver on duties and whatever.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. How many vehicles have been brought? There are so many companies that want to come into Nigeria to come and assemble these trucks for us here. Let government give policy that will support them. Let them give waiver. We will give waiver to people that are buying. Okay, let them bring vehicles to us without duty. Over a period of time, the money will be paid back. And the comfort will be there. The major interest of the government should be protecting the masses, the citizens, and also giving cushion
effect. Right.
That is what it's supposed to be. Not supporting one-man business
to monopolize the economy. Okay, let's look at when there are strike actions or industrial actions, like we call them here. It usually has a ripple effect on the economy and on the lives of every Nigerian. For 2 days, Dangote NUPENG directed some of his workers not to lift petroleum products. Thankfully, we didn't feel feel it much in Lagos, but a couple of other places that had also that had negative effects on the people. Now, my question is this: when we when we call out strike actions, definitely it always has effect on the economy. Is that the best way to solve issues? If it is not the best way, as a union member yourself, what other ways can we begin to look at in Nigeria to make the government listen? Because oftentimes we always think that if there are no strikes, then government will not listen to what you have to say. Which other way can we begin to resolve crisis other than calling for a strike action?
Thank you very much. Strike action is always the last
resort.
I would say that, okay, let me ask you, should we be realistic here?
You're asking me. We are actually asking
It's
you
not
the
the member of your
question
union.
here.
Okay. No, then as a Nigerian.
As a Nigerian, oh, sure, we should be realistic.
Okay, then are you assuring me that you pass this message directly to the
You are talking. I can't hold your mouth. You have the platform.
I mean, they will hear. If they don't respond,
it is your thought. You are speaking. You are not using my voice.
I am now speaking to the federal government of Nigeria.
So who are you speaking to? Okay, speak to the federal government of Nigeria.
I'm speaking to the federal government of Nigeria. I'm also speaking to the state governments through their governors to speak to the federal government. When you get to your executive meeting,
the FEC, right?
Tell the government that they should listen to the masses ahead of this kind of situation.
Okay.
We all saw it coming. We all, every Nigerian saw it coming. There was this news when Dangote said he wants to import. The first thing was for government to say to the masses, this individual wants to bring this thing to the country. What ripple effect will it have? What negative effect will it have?
Will it have negative effects?
With it?
Will it have negative effect that he was importing vehicles that will help the country as a businessman?
Yes, those who was Nigeria was not created today.
Definitely.
Yes, we've been coming. Where are we coming from? You use the past
to judge
to correct the present. You use the present to plan for the future.
Sure.
So we saw this situation coming. What the government is supposed to have done through the Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Transport, and other ministries that are related, that come, let us reason together. Yes, we are giving this person license or the approval to bring this. Let me tell you about the waiver. You are simply saying part of Nigeria money we are giving to this man's pocket.
But he's a businessman.
Yes, I agree. We are also businessmen.
Everybody is a businessman.
Yes, let them bring us together and give us waiver upon that, or give land, give opportunity to. We have some company from China, from Japan, who wants to come and assemble here. Let government give us free hand that we are free to bring them, and they will give them leverage, opportunity to establish that. Let me tell you something. Toyota wanted to have their assembly plant in Nigeria during Obasanjo regime. When they were disturbed at Ibeju, where they proposed, they ran to South Africa. In that year, vehicle that I am so sure about Haya's bus, the mid-roof, was costing about 3.250, 3.750, depending on the high roof and the mid-roof. Let me tell you, it was 700,000 naira difference from what is being sold in South Africa because of the haulage to bring it here. If it has been assembled in Nigeria here, that means 700,000 will have gone out of it. Government should have the interest of the masses, those that are trying their best in their little way. Encourage them. Have a conducive business atmosphere for them. It is not only those who can go and borrow money. Where you said borrowed money, no, it was not from this same economy. If you bring out the conducive atmosphere, that look, if you want to bring your vehicle, since it is going to be for transport, that will bring a cushion effect to the masses, we are removing waiver.
Sorry, okay. Jibola asked you a question earlier, and I'm not sure you particularly answered that question. And so from what you've said now, I'm going to bring back that question perhaps in another way. He did ask whether or not this issue with NUPENG was for the benefit of Nigerians or was for NUPENG's selfish interest in coal. So I'm asking you now, Omoba, based on what you've said, is it because it is Dangote?
No.
Or is it because it can happen
it's because
to
the
any...
policy is wrong.
The policy is wrong.
The policy is wrong. Let me tell you, it's not about NUPENG. If it's about NUPENG, NATO will not be ready to join.
Okay.
TUC will not be ready to join. The labor in question...
So it's for the benefit of Nigerian workers.
The large numbers of people, the workers themselves, their family, their dependents, the students on the road, because once the price is not right, it affects the masses.
But would that not have created more jobs if more drivers were employed and then also force the price?
You can't say because you are bringing one and kill others. That's what we are saying.
4,000.
4,000
trucks.
How many
jobs is that able to create?
Let me tell you. He who plays the papa will dictate the tune.
Definitely.
They will be forced to dance to the tune of Dangote.
But government is there to regulate.
Well, have they been regulating? Have they, what
he has not even started.
Okay. So let's put it. You have put it for a test, and you have seen the result. Look, you are talking about the use. You are talking about the labor as a big umbrella. You are talking about NATO. You are talking about Amato. You are talking about some independent. Do you know how many independent truck business people that you have in Nigeria here? You are talking about the workers. How do you call it? The marine workers, the Maun. Let me tell you, let me give you, test this one. Even the so-called traffic officers, the traffic management, they will cause that program. Because we are taking care of them, we are feeding them. With Dangote's whatever, it will be government policy, government and Dangote policy. Nobody can stop them on the road. They can't get anything from them.
Is it about
even the local people will start
shouldn't this be about the larger interest of the country as against that of a few individuals? This is one man who came into the business and of course is making impact whether we like it or not.
You can't have a sudden change or sudden force.
But he came in and we saw some changes.
Yes, I'm not saying that. But you can't kill, I'm saying that you can't kill thousands of people because
okay, so now that you have signed, that NUPENG has signed an MOU, does that bring everything to rest now, and we are sure that at the end of the day there will be peace?
Once the T's and the I's of that resolution or that communique is fulfilled
within the next 2 weeks.
Once it is fulfilled.
That was what was written inside the MOU.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. If it will elongate, if it is not fulfilled, then we will also put our own interest before the government, which we have been doing in the past, which we are asking. I said, let government be fair to everybody, not one-sided.
Right. So going forward, what kind of balance should be struck between business owners, workers, perhaps corporate entities and government? Because we do know that Dangote Refinery or Dangote Group in itself is a personal business.
They can't do it alone.
Yes, definitely. So that's why I said, Omoba, that's why I said what kind of balance should be struck so that we do not have issues like this in the future.
First and foremost, the policy of government has to be revisited. It is not proper for organization. This one is even indigenous, right? Okay, even though that greater percentage of their workers are from India and Pakistan or whatever. So they take, that is cash, as far as I'm concerned, that's indirect cash flight. You understand me? And I would say that the policy of the government in this area I want to mention. One, government should stop a situation where foreign organization will come into the country and they will mop up every job that's supposed to be
for Nigerians,
for the Nigerians, and be taken away. And yet, some people will be calling the Nigerian masses as lazy. Let me tell you, those who are stuffing into the ships.
And they call those ones expatriates.
They call them expatriates. What are they? Instead of that, we can bring those that normally train them overseas and certify them. We have plans in Badagry. We create school and training, whatever. We train our people. We won't call them thugs or just melodies. We train them. Our people are smart upstairs. Once they get a good atmosphere, we train them. Again, you can't say Indian companies that are in Nigeria, they made the policy that they will be given their job to their sister companies that are running such transport organization. They are killing Nigerian business people. It is not part of the policy that government is supposed to support. When we complain, if you go, let me tell you, if you go to Dubai, you can't establish a company there if you don't have their indigenous people as part, taking about 35 to 40% of that organization, whether they are working or not. That is what they are doing to keep their country and their masses to be, and that's where you have the members of the masses being loyal to their government. In Nigeria here, foreign companies are the ones dictating here. Go to Lekki deep sea port. The Chinese are running that place as if they are in China.
Right. Well, that's why it's.
We won't tolerate. We don't. Or I will say that it is not good.
It should not be tolerated.
We don't want to have a face off with the federal government, but we are begging federal government to bring a conducive atmosphere. Let the job that is meant for Nigeria be done by Nigerians. You are bringing products you are not producing here, yet you are giving such products to your sister company to be running.
Okay.
You are the one producing the vehicle. What is producing in China is being produced in China. They are the one importing it. They are the one selling. They are the one using it. They are using it to carry our laterite here.
Right. Okay.
And they are paying peanuts to the driver.
Yeah, I think you've made your point here. And bottom line,
drivers are Nigerians, though.
Drivers are Nigerians.
Yes. And when they collect money here in Nigeria, they will. I was once a driver.
Can we ship some of your drivers to China?
No, the atmosphere will not be conducive. Individual China doesn't have money. It is government that fund them. They just got an idea. They will show that they can commercialize it. Then the government will fund it.
You're asking for better treatment.
And that's why they kill any Chinese person you report that steals in Nigeria here. They regard it as virus. Once you get there, it is to go to court or go to jail or to be killed.
All right, we'd have to leave this conversation here this morning. Thank you so much, Omobade Inko, social affairs commentator, for finding time to be with us on the program today. Well, what Omoba has said today is there has to be a level playing field for everybody, especially for business owners in Nigeria, and government must do all it can to ensure that the indigenous are protected in their own land and also given priority when it comes to the ease of doing business. And thankfully, the strike has been called off. We do hope that in the next 2 weeks, the MOU that was signed will be perfected. And because I don't want anything scarcity, I don't want to queue. Let us be doing.
You don't want to trek on the road.
I don't want it. Let's continue to enjoy as it is. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, Joy will be here with her Lagos conversation.
The views expressed on this program do not represent that of the producer, management of Lagos Television, or the Lagos State Government. They remain the perspectives of those expressing them. Thank you for staying with Lagos Television.